Hey guys, Cameron with CBM Reviews here, and I have finished watching episode 6 of Titans. This episode is entitled Jason Todd, which pretty much answers the question of who was that new Robin in the last episode? Jason Todd. Before I dive into this, if you're enjoying this series, if you are enjoying my reviews of each of these episodes or any of the other movie reviews that I do, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you're notified every single time I post a video. And if you want to be totally awesome, click that notification bell. That way you are notified as soon as I post a video. But having said that, let's dive into this episode, which picks up right at the end of episode 5. As I said in the description, this is going to be a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to talk about any of the actual details in the story, but this is really a less Titans episode and more Robin-centric. You get two different perspectives with Dick Grayson and Jason Todd when approaching the Robin persona. Dick sees it as a curse, whereas Jason Todd sees it as a blessing. And they kind of begrudgingly team up to handle some demons from Dick's past. And you kind of see things come to a head, whereas I'm trying not to spoil this. You kind of see things come to a head while they're addressing Dick's past, and Jason sees this as a way to cut loose and do all the things you're not supposed to do, whereas Dick sees this as, something that has to be done, but just because it has to be done doesn't mean you have to relish in it, enjoy it, and completely lose your control, which is odd because we've kind of seen him lose control in previous episodes. Having said that, this is a good episode that dives into some more of the psyche of Dick, and we actually get to see some psyche of Jason Todd as well. It looks like we're not going to see much more of Jason Todd based on how this episode kind of wraps up, but that's not to say that it's not. Also, we get to see some growth from Dick.
Two hours later.
We get to see some growth from Dick, which is something that we really haven't seen. We've seen him play the old curmudgeon who is the weather-worn vet as far as people with abilities go, and now we're kind of seeing something possibly new from him. I'm not going to say that it's for certain, but maybe we're seeing some Nightwing in the future. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But this episode was good. Pretty much on par with the last episode, although I think I liked this one a little bit better based on the fact that less was more. And for that reason, this episode is definitely worth a watch. Still doesn't top Doom Patrol for me, but it's definitely worth a watch. Especially, even though you don't see Batman in this, you see the Batmobile, and it looks pretty cool. I like that they went with the looks like the animated version from the 90s animated series, and I was like, that I can't help but like that. Anyway, at this point I'm kind of rambling a little bit. I enjoyed this episode. That's all that I'm going to say about this episode of Titans, Jason Todd. Tell me what you guys thought about the episode in the comment section down below. You enjoyed this video? Hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Share this with all your friends, and as always, this is Cameron with CBM Reviews. We'll see you next time.
Robin.
I know these people.
Whoever sent them thinks you're still Robin.
It's good to finally talk to you, Dick Grayson.
It's not possible.
Because you're dead.
All those years Bruce was helping me,
I want my parents back!
he was turning me into a weapon, his weapon. But you can't unlearn what he teaches you, and you can't control it.